Ambrose. Today I am in the second session of this chapter, that is Geography, Chapter 1, Our Environment. Yesterday we have already, last video we have already discussed about the meaning of the environment, then components of environment. Today I am going to teach you the details of components of environment. You see here, the components of environment is natural environment and the man-made environment. So what are the natural environment? That also we have already seen. That is the lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. So first of all, we are going to study the detailed information about the lithosphere. What is lithosphere? So the meaning of lithos, if we talk about the lithos word, it means the stone. Okay, so our earth is made up of a stone or the solid hard part. Okay, you can see here, it is solid crust or hard top layer of the earth. That means our earth is made up of solid crust or the solid thing, and it is being covered by the hard layer on the earth's surface. Okay, so another if you talk about, made up of rocks and minerals and covered by thin layer of soil. So that means this hard part or the hard layer of earth is covered by the minerals and thin layer of soil. That means how does the soil form then? The soil is formed by the weathering process of storm. Okay. Another is this lithosphere or this land is covered by irregular surface of various landforms. It can be the mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, etc. Both over the ocean and the continent. If you see, for example, if you go in our environment or if you see in the place where we live, you cannot see the land in a what we call it landform is in a plain area. You can see some part of the land is so much high, some part of the land is so much having the pit or we can say the deep valley. Okay, so this both in continent and over the ocean layer, that means inside the ocean itself is also having this type of landforms, that it can be a mountains, it can be a volcanoes, it can be a plateaus, plains and valleys. So this is how the earth crust or we can say layers of the lithosphere is being made up of. Okay, another is called, it provides us forest, grassland and land for agriculture and human settlement. That means this sphere or this layer, what we call, it provides us forest, grassland, land for agricultural and human settlements. That means human wherever they have settled, that means they have made use of the land. That means in the form of agriculture or in the form of the settlement or in the form of the industry, they modernized it into a modern way. And it gives us minerals wealth. That means this top layer or this layer, that means solid crust or this layer is being covered or it contains large amount of minerals. That means, for example, you can say the diamond or we can say coal or the gold. These are the best example. That means it gives us the minerals wealth. Another natural environment if we talk about, that is the atmosphere. Atmosphere means air. So if you see the air of somewhat, we can say when the wind blows, you can feel it, the air. That means we cannot see it, but we can feel the air. Yes. So it is a thin layer that surrounds the earth. That means this atmosphere or this air surrounds the earth, and it is being held by the gravitational force around the earth's surface. Okay. So then you will, what is the gravitational force? The gravity, or in the other word if you talk about, this earth has its own force which attract everything towards it. Okay, so that is why this atmosphere is held by the gravitational force so that the air doesn't move away from the earth. It holds it, what we call it, attract it towards it. For example, if you talk about this the pen. You see, this is the pen. Just I have hold it, but when I just drop it, it will what we call it will fall down. Why? Because the earth always attracts everything towards itself. So this is called the gravitational force. Another, it protects us from the harmful rays of the sun. That means what we call the ultraviolet rays, or we call the harmful rays which comes from the sun. That this atmosphere or this layer of air protects us from the harmful or infrared rays or the ultraviolet rays that comes from the sun. It is made up of number of gases, dust and water vapor. As we know, this gases is mixed gases, and it is mixed of various gases. For example, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. These are the various gases which is mixed in the air. Another is called the dust and the water vapor. These are the various gases which mixed up with the air and make this wind or the air. This atmosphere also changes the change in weather and climate. Atmosphere, that means the air in every part of the land is not as the same. It is in different. Somewhat it will be in the high tide zone, somewhat it will be warm, some places it will be cold. So this what happened due to this changes in the land or in the atmosphere. This even changed the weather and climate. Then what is weather? Weather is the day-to-day what we call day-to-day environment, or we can say day-to-day that changes every now and then. And the climate, if we talk about it, it remain long time period. That means it can be more than 2-3 years or more than that. For example, if we talk about now is the summer season. That means we feel somewhat humid type or somewhat hot. That is called the weather. And if you talk about the climate, for example, in our India there are various climate we receive. For example, the desert area will receive the hot and dry climate. In the coastal area we receive the what we call moderate type of climate or humid type of climate. So these are the climatic change, or we can say climate we call. Another, if you talk about the hydrosphere. Hydrosphere means the water. Water, what we call water is that total, that means 70%, or we can say 72% of earth is covered by water. Yes, so this water, or we can say this water is present in various ways. That we call the water is present in the ocean, water is present in the lake, water is present in the river and ponds. We can see everywhere, wherever we go, we see the water. Another is the biosphere. Biosphere means, or we can say bios means life. As last video I have explained what is bios. Bios means life. So biosphere, that means our earth is being covered by both plants and animals. That makes up the biosphere. That means the living organism that surrounds us, that makes this sphere. Okay. And in this zone, or in this narrow zone of the earth, where land, water and air interact with each other to support life. That means in this layer what happens? It interact or it interchange in between the land, water and air to interact each other to support the life, to make the life favorable conditions. Another topic we are going to talk about is the ecosystem. Ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Where all plants and animals animals and human beings depend on their immediate surroundings. talk about, if we define it, the ecosystem is the place where all plants, animals and human beings depend on their immediate surroundings. That means we call all the animals or the plants or the human, even humans, depend on the surroundings. That means wherever we live, whether it is and they interdependent on each other for food, water and air. So what does it mean that this, whether it is this ecosystem or the place or the surroundings where we live, we depend on each other. We depend on animals, we depend on plants, we humans depend on animals, both plants and animals. So these are the immediate surroundings where we depend on. Okay, and they also interchange, or we can say interdependent on food for various things, for food, for water and the air. The relationship between the organism and the surroundings form an ecosystem. That means the relationship between the organism and the surroundings or the environment which they live, that forms an ecosystem. There can be ecosystem of large forest, it can be ecosystem of grassland, it can be of desert, it can be of mountains, it can be of river, or even it can be of a small pond. Okay, so in these various things, if you see here the examples, it can be the ecosystem of even a large forest, grassland, desert, mountain, rivers, or even a small pond. So to understand this, just we see, look at the examples here. You see, to understand it better, I have just given you the examples here. Plants and animals. You see plants, how it is depend on animals and how animals is depend on plants. You see the first example. For the living or for the respiration, what does it need? Plants take the oxygen, and when it take the oxygen, it releases the when it take the carbon dioxide, it releases the oxygen. And you see the animals, what does it do? It takes the O2, that means oxygen from the plants, and releases the carbon dioxide. It releases the carbon dioxide. How you see the dependence of each other, you can see here in the example. That means plant is dependent on animals for the carbon dioxide, and animals is depend on plants for the oxygen. There is another examples also. You can see here for the food. So actually plant doesn't depend on animals for the food, but instead of that, what happens? It takes the sunlight and it takes the sunlight from the sun energy or the solar energy from the sun and nutrition from the soil, and it makes its own food. That is why it is called the producers. That is why it is called the producers, because the plant always make their own food with the help of sunlight, water and the soil. So that is why it is called the producers. So it has some energy. And here you see herbivore. You see the animals, you see this plant, the herbivore, that means herbivore means grass. That means herbivore means a grass or the plants. And vorous means eating. That means they eat. That means the plant eating animals. So this plant this animal what happened? It takes the energy, or this herbivorous animal eat the plants. Okay, and it takes the energy from the plants. That is why it is called the primary consumers. Okay, next if we talk about this, herbivores are being eaten by the carnivores. That means if you talk about the meaning of carne, that means meaning of carne means a flesh. That means, and vorous means animals. Vorous means animals. That means flesh eating animals. That means this animals only eat the flesh, not any plant. So what happens? This animal eats the herbivores. That is why it is called the secondary consumers. And after that, what happened? This animals, when it died, what happened? It decomposed in the soil, and it discompose in the soil and make the soil fertile. That means the energy which is being transferred from plants to herbivores and from herbivores to carnivores, and then this being decomposed in the soil, that makes the soil fertile, which is helpful for the growth of soil. That is how it is being dependent on these plants and animals are dependent on each other. In other way, we can say this cycle is also called the food chain. This cycle is also called the food chain. Okay. So this is how the energy is transferred from one person to another. That means from producers to primary consumers, and from primary consumers to secondary consumers. And then when it dies, this secondary consumer is again what we call decompose, and it makes the soil fertile. This is how the plants and animals are